Afternoon, everybody. Big Dog Northeast Colorado Storm Chasers. We are going to go live again. Sorry, we've done several live things today, and we're trying to keep you posted and updated on what's going on. Conditions have rapidly deteriorated here in Brush. Fort Morgan probably is going to be seeing that. Hill Rose for sure, and Snyder, places like that. Even Sterling, from what I'm understanding from Abe. So let's dive right into it and show you what is going on, folks. It is going on, and it's going on very quickly. So let's dive right into it. First things first, CoTrip. Go to codot.gov, and that'll put you right to the travel assistance that you need. So if you go there, you're right into it, and you can see all the travel resources that you need to help you get through your travels. So, okay, so I'm telling you, folks, you cannot mess around with this at all. Good evening, Don. How are you? Appreciate it. Let's make sure the sound's working. Um, just want to make sure that all the sound is working. Sometimes my Bluetooth goes to a different speaker and then I can't hear myself. So I want to make sure that I'm on. Yep, we're good. Okay, I've had problems with sound, so you know me. I want to make sure. Okay, so here we go. Let's dive right into it. This is the camera at Hospital Road. If you're from Morgan County, you know what I'm talking about. This County Road 27 and I-76. This is at milepost 88. Look at the camera. There's your great camera view. Okay, that is a frozen over camera view, folks. That is ice on the camera. So there you go. That tells you how bad the ice is going on right now in Morgan County. I can go to the next camera, which is mile marker 90. Okay, you can see the traffic is backed up there. Let me put it in play video mode. Let's see if it works here. Yes, okay, so you can see there is actually a crash at the 90, which is right over here. There is a crash over here, so there's a lot of emergency lights over there. That's why there's slow traffic coming through this area, guys, because there is a crash just west of this location. Mile marker 91 is where we're looking to the west towards the town of Brush. Okay, so guys, you can see the interstate is definitely something we don't want to be messing with right now. Let's hope that there's no crash live as we're on this camera view from CDOT, courtesy of CDOT. So thank you to CDOT for sharing. Let's continue our trek. I-76, this is mile marker 95. You can see the fog there. This is at County Road 33 in Hill Rose. You can see it's already kind of wet on the roadway and probably going to be frozen as well. So I'd highly recommend not to be driving there. This is mile marker 101.5. This is a beautiful glazed over ice covering on the camera. And let's go the other direction where the wind is not blowing into it. And you can see here, and this is not a playable camera. This is just a photo camera. So you can see the traffic there. It looks pretty okay. But again, let's go to mile marker 95. Okay, I-76, mile marker 95, eastbound. This is 113 by Atwood. Not sure what's wrong with their camera there. That must be a glitch on theirs. But here's the other direction from Atwood. Okay, let's continue our trek on. This is at 123 and Highway 6 in Sterling. Let's go to the other mode here. Click to the other side. There you go. And let's go to 124 by Sterling. 3 views here. Look at the glaze right here, guys. That could be ice, not for sure, but appears to be some ice on the roadway there as it's starting to freeze up on I-76 by Sterling. Okay, look at the road surface, guys. That tells you how rough that this could be. This is at Julesburg. Okay, road surface, mile marker 180 at 385 in Julesburg. That's the road surface. So if you're traveling in that area, you need to be cautious. Okay, Julesburg is not looking good. Folks in Julesburg, stay off the interstate. I would highly recommend. Looks like there's not much traveling going on there, according to this camera. So smart move. There's one lonely driver out there. So stay off the roads if you need to. Wouldn't put it past to see any of these interstates closed down with the camera, with all that's going on. And again, you can see this is I-76. This is one more time where all that traffic is finally freely driving through. You can see lots of lights, flashing lights. People with their emergency flashes, they're driving much slower than they need to be on I-76 at 90. Okay, let's take a look at this one here. This is our road conditions in general. Okay, so you can see our snowplow tracker. They're right there. putting all that stuff on the interstate right now. That's where our snow plows are at. But let's look at what we have weather-wise. Okay, icy spots and fog, Highway 34. Same thing here, I-76, icy spots and fog most likely is what it's going to say. But check this out. This is a new update. Snow with icy and snowpack spots now on Highway 34 from Wiggins to Greeley. Wiggins to Greeley. So you need to be very cautious. Wouldn't be surprised to see this one. This is Highway 71. Poor visibility, fog, and icy spots. Same with this side of Highway 71. Poor visibility and icy spots. So you need to use a lot of caution if you're traveling out there. Let's get out to Highway 6. Folks, Highway 6. Icy spots and fog. Same thing. You're looking at 385. Same thing. Poor visibility, fog, and icy spots. That is the actual radar behind it that you can see from the Weather Service. So let's look at what's going to happen. Things have changed just a little bit, of course, as the models are narrowing in on down things. Check this out. Let's move this model here. This is 3 hours out, 4, 5. Look at the snowfall now starting to intensify a little bit more. Okay. When we're said and done, 18 hours out, this is 18 hours out, about 6, 7 inches right here in that swath of Morgan to Washington County. Again, that varies depending on where it's going to hit. And I think for Morgan is saying 5.4 inches, Brush is around 4.6, Sterling about 5 inches. Folks out in eastern Logan County could see 6, 6.5 inches. Northern parts of Logan County, same thing. The further east we get, we're seeing a few more increase of snowfall totals as well. Commerce City to Brush. Boy, that's a long travel time, I would tell you. I would highly recommend not to travel, but if you have to and you have no choice, it's snowing at Commerce City right now. It's icy spots and fog. You can see the plows, but right here is telling me this little Waze marker. I love these little markers because they tell me what's going on. This is at Sable and Bromley Lane. The report was created automatically by CoTrip. That's because of all the fog. You can see the camera there on the Waze indicator. So I do like using Waze for that reason. There are plows out in this region, guys, but unfortunately, they can't keep up with it too fast, too much, because there's just so much going on. So again, where you see these little flags, and if you click Waze over here, Waze reports, it'll actually put these little flag markers up for you to tell you what's going on. Like we have one here in Morgan County. I think we just had one a little bit ago. That's where that crash was earlier. It's cleared off now, but it was on before. There was a little Waze indicator right here. So that told me some accident reports. They also have traffic incidents you can click on as well, and it will show you any traffic incidents that are out there. Okay. There's 3 events out here by I-76. So there's just so many things that you can do with CoDOT. So I'd highly recommend to stay home for everybody tonight. Let's look at the wrap as it goes through its models tonight. Same thing. Look at that snow swath. Again, southern Morgan County, Washington County. It's really leaning to that. So 7.6 inches, 7.5 parts of Logan County, 7 and 8 inches of snow. So again, things are really going to come in place, and we might see this narrow down even more as time goes on, as models are showing more and more increase. So there's your forecast again. Current temperature is 21 with a wind chill of 8 degrees with an east wind at 13 miles an hour. Truth be told, I had 18-mile-an-hour winds where I was at, so it's probably feeling like 3 and 4 degrees out there right now here in Morgan County. Anywhere you go now, travel is going to get awful, folks. Let me pull up the weather radar for you from Radar Scope. You can see this radar moving here. Let's make it move. Okay, there you go. There's Greeley, Eaton, Fort Collins, Milliken. They're reporting snow out there. Looks like the snow is starting to pick up and intensify in Morgan County right there, that last frame. So wouldn't be surprised to see the snowfall intensify here as well. And it is moving its way. That low pressure, guys, is moving right over us here shortly. So once that low pressure goes right over us, it's going to grab that moisture because it doesn't have the moisture it needs yet. And this is where we're lucky as a state because it hasn't tapped that moisture. Watch out here when it hits that moisture. Ready for this? This is incredible. Just watch the snowfall totals. There they go. And look at the moisture. That's when it hits that snow, that taps that Gulf moisture. Boom. Look at the range here. My goodness. That is northern Kansas and central Nebraska, central southern Nebraska. 21 hours out. Look at this, 21 inches. Oh my goodness. I mean, we go out there a few days, a couple days, Look at these snowfall totals. 25, 2 feet of snow might not be surprised. But look what it does in Morgan County in a couple of days. 6.5 inches of snow, 8 inches, 9 inches. So we're kind of in that swath too that has me a little bit concerned if we get a snow band that develops over us tonight. Okay, so once again, here's another model. This is the Euro. Same thing. It really is trying to connect that heavier snowfall swath. But I'm telling you, it's so confident right here in the Kansas area. You got to see this move. I got to put it in precipitation mode. This is so cool to watch. I'm telling you, I know I'm a weather nerd, but folks, you got to see this thing happen here. Let me see if I can get it in the mode I had earlier here. Was it winter mode? I think I did have it in winter. Yeah, here we go. Watch this thing go. Watch this thing crank. Oh, no, that's not it. Darn it. Sorry, I had it in the wrong mode. Haha, my fault. I had a nerd moment. Here we go. Okay, watch this. Watch this thing crank. Look at that. There's that low pressure right there. That thing just cranks. And that's where it taps that Gulf moisture, wraps around some more snow to us through tomorrow. But that's into Sunday morning as it's wrapping up. So, folks, this is amazing. I'm telling you, this is a snowmageddon right here going to happen. Snowmageddon in central Nebraska, or excuse me, in central Kansas and stuff. And this thing moved a little bit farther south, so it's going to hit. But Missouri, I feel sorry for them. They're getting ice already. Matter of fact, great news for all of us that are from Colorado, and let's just say every state but Missouri and Kansas. But the Kansas City Chiefs are officially stranded at the airport, at Kansas City International Airport, because they shut down the airport. And so because of that, they can't get out, and they're officially stranded. So I'm sorry, but that's awesome. They're stuck. So, the Broncos will have to wait for them and just hopefully, I'm not going to lie, I'm cheering for the Broncos this weekend. Want them to beat them. So let's see what happens. But now let's turn to the very serious portion. This is where things turn into a bad situation. The storm that's coming through tomorrow is going to create some major havoc for the southern states. Okay. Guys, I feel really bad. They've enhanced this now. It's an enhanced forecast, but let's look at the tornado threat. You ready? They've got a 10% hatch of tornadoes down here in this region. This is by Louisiana, because here's Texas, here's Louisiana, Arkansas is right here. Okay, Alabama, Mississippi, places like that are really going to be in some big trouble. So we need prayers for these folks tomorrow, because that tornado threat is significant for tomorrow. The wind, the hail isn't as bad, but there's a pretty good chance of a tornado outbreak tomorrow in this region. So if you have friends or family that live there, they need to get their tornado precautions set up and be prepared when these go through tomorrow. There's going to be very little warning with these storms because they're coming in pretty quick. So again, that's a 10% probability of tornadoes tomorrow. You don't see that often. That's from Jackson, Mississippi, Monroe, Louisiana, Alexandria, Louisiana, Greensville, Mississippi, and Vicksburg. So friends, anywhere in those areas, please, please, please be prepared for this severe weather outbreak. I cannot stress that enough for those folks. So I'm very concerned about that region as well. So that's the downfall to all this, because it is going to create some major havoc for the South. So there you go on that. So again, CoTrip, let's take an updated look at CoTrip right now. I'm going to refresh the radar here, or the images here from CoTrip. Okay, let me shut off my cameras here because those are kind of in the way. Okie dokie. So let's go in. Okay, so icy spots is being reported now on I-76, Highway 34, icy spots and fog. Okay, let's zoom towards the Denver area. A lot of people are asking me about Denver travel from DIA and places. Folks, it is just ice now. It is iced over. Okay, DIA right now. If I were to look at DIA, which is right there in this area here, okay, they're in the moisture content. I wouldn't be surprised to see. Well, matter of fact, you can see these reports here. This is showing icy roads here and icy roads here. So I'm going to say most likely it's the same. The ice has reached its way to DIA. So I can only tell you right now to make sure that you check your airline. I'm not going to tell you whether or not to travel or not on to those places, guys. That's your choice. I could recommend not to, That's the best thing I can do is recommend not to. But I saw Kevin on there just a little bit ago saying, guys, stay home. Stay home. It's not worth it. It really is not worth it. So I can't stress that enough to everybody to stay home. No more any of those things. So please, please, please be really, really careful. Okay. So that's the roads. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Juanita. I'm not a Chiefs fan. I'm a Bills fan, as you know, and anything that affects the Chiefs, you got to go with it. So, man, you got to dog the Chiefs. I'm sorry. I know. I don't have anything to defend myself, Juanita. I just can't. So, just checking the comments, everybody. Okay, taking questions right now. I made it quick. I did it in 15 minutes, 60 minutes. So I'm going to be done in 4 minutes. 4 minutes is all you have. Thanks, Don, for watching. You have a good night, Juanita. You too. DIA, like I said, is ice it over. So I hope I answered that question. It's going to stay on for a couple more minutes here for questions. Anybody have any questions? Okay. I'm going to show you the radar. I'll put a radar up on the screen. On the screen. Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's put the weather radar on so you guys can see. Okay, so again, while we're wrapping up, this is the weather radar showing out of Denver, KFTG, and you can see this is the snow band right there. They're moving this way, guys. I'm telling you, it's going to be here very close. There's DIA right there. Someone was asking about, and you can see that moisture is just starting to really feed and feel back in there as well. So, wow, going to be quick. This is going to be a fast, quick mover. We'll keep you posted on tornado warnings tomorrow as well for those that are living in those regions to protect them as well. So, I love the Broncos, but the Chiefs are great. I just love the Bills. That's it. I have nothing else. I can't support anybody else. Well, okay, I'll support the Broncos to beat the Chiefs, but that's it. Teresa's giving me the evil eye. She's like, you better. She's a Bills fan, but she won't lie. She's also a Chiefs fan, or Bills, a Broncos fan. Yeah, I know. Anything else? Hey, 2 minutes left for questions. Wrapping it up. Stars help us a bunch. We spent a lot of time out there today, so stars would be much appreciated if you can send us stars in our links, or if you can donate to our apps and stuff. So, Juanita, good answer, Paul. But all the stars and the support that we need from everybody, you can donate to us on Cash App, all those places to help us out as we appreciate it. Also, a big shout out. We had one of our followers buy our lunch a few days ago at 5 Star. And I don't know which one of you was, but that was awesome. And one of our followers, when they were watching us go live, we headed over to 5 Star in Akron to eat. And they called in and said, I'm paying for their lunch. And somebody bought our lunch. So that was so awesome. So I'm definitely going to have to pay back somebody on that, paying it forward, because that was pretty cool. So thank you so much, whomever bought our lunch that day. That made our day so great. So that was just absolutely incredible. Okay, looking. 1 more minute left. 1 more minute left for questions before we wrap up this post. Nothing else. I don't see any. I'm going to go ahead and cut it early. So that's all I have for all of you. Please, please, please be careful out there. Don't travel if you don't need to. Stay home. I have my phone off, so I can't hear the calls anymore, but would not be surprised to see lots more traffic accidents out there. So New Year's been great so far. I've been fighting the bug, but otherwise, getting over that, I'm feeling a lot better. Wait, this way. I love my wolf. Wait, I don't know which way my finger's pointing. There's my wolf. But I do love my dogs, and my dogs are here laying down next to me. All right, stay safe and warm, everyone. Like Juanita says, I'm going to do the same thing. So thanks again for watching. Have a great night, and be careful out there and stay safe. Okay? Take care. Bye now.